So she's the celebrity chef and award-winning actor whose iconic cookbooks were a vital ingredient in bringing Indian food to the world.
This is the very first one. Do you remember that? Have you got this copy? It's an absolutely brilliant book. And we're talking about Madhur Jaffrey. She's joined in with all sorts of adventures, which we're going to come to in a moment. But let's talk about your original adventure.
Good morning, Madhur. Lovely to see you.
Good morning. So brilliant to have you here. In the introduction, you talk about the very poor fare. When was this written, by the way?
It came out in '73.
Yeah.
But I started writing it 5 years before. It took me forever
to get it done. They're hard things to do, aren't they? Books like
they said, when do you want it? When do you think you can finish it? I said, well, 3 months. How long does it take? You just write the recipe.
5 years later.
Then I was testing, retesting, you know, 5 years.
Your battle back then was the fact that, that you were thrilled because you've been in England, you've been into America, and then you came back. You were thrilled to see how much Indian food was available for Brits compared with when you first arrived.
It completely changed.
But back then, it wasn't very good, was it? It was korma.
It was
vindaloo.
It was there to be had with lager. I mean, it had to be cheap, so you could drink it with some cold lager beer, whatever you were drinking, and that was its purpose. The quality was immaterial. It was the heat that made you drink. And I think that was the purpose. And people didn't care. The Indians who were cooking had jumped ship, probably. They weren't chefs. They didn't know how to cook. And many of them were Bengali, and they were making dishes that were not Bengali. So it was, you know, make anything, they'll eat it, you know.
It is better now, you say, which is great. What are we still missing out on, though?
You're really missing out on what I call Indian home cooking and Indian regional cooking. And that's true Indian food. You're still getting a generalized Indian cuisine, but people are bringing more and more of the regional restaurants, but it's not huge yet.
Last night you received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Food Writers Guild.
Yes.
How did it feel to be sort of recognised like that from sort of your peers?
Well, it was wonderful. So I go back really that far. I'm old.
Well, you're not old. My goodness, I mean, if I could be so indelicate to mention, you are 85, looking amazing, being healthy. I wonder what you make of the state of our food in general. We're in the grip here in the UK, and I know you live mainly in America, and they have their problems too, grip of an obesity crisis. Very often, takeaway curry, and by extension blame attributed to Indian food generally, is blamed for the poor eating habits that we have.
Oh, really?
I think so. People say, oh, too many curries, too many easy food, not proper cooking, not proper food. How can you eat very rich food in many cases, do you think, and still say
I'll tell you what happens in India. If anyone goes out to eat, they're getting excellent food at home, which is not rich. But they want to go out and have something different, so it tends to be richer in the restaurants. But home cooking is not like that. Otherwise, we'd be obese, all of us.
Why?
And you're certainly not.
And we're really not.
Now, you lured us away from boring foods.
You may well be 85.
And you've been lured too.
But look, you are trying a new branch to your skills. Madhur is joined with MC and artist Mr. Cardamom.
Yes.
How did this come about?
Well, I was approached by this young man. He sent me the lyrics. There were a lot of dirty words, but, you know...
Do you fancy a career in this? You and Stormzy?
Yes.
Would you like to go on and be a rap star?
Why not?
Bit of Glastonbury this weekend, Madhur. Could you go down to Glastonbury?
Sure.
Bit of cooking and a bit of rapping on the side.
Ready, willing. Yeah,
I love that.
It's so lovely to see you.
Really?
Thank you so much for coming in. It's an absolute treat, and congratulations on the award last night as well.
Thank you so much.